Now we pick up one of the most important sum of this chapter. I really mean it. It's a very, very important sum. Why? Because in this sum, the account is closed on a particular date. Now, whenever the account is closed, for that particular month, you will not get the interest. I repeat once again. No interest for that particular month. For example, if the account is closed on the 4th of December, you will not get any interest for that particular month, that is December. If the account is closed on the 10th of December, so for December, no interest. If the account is closed on the 30th December, still from the 10th to the last, the minimum balance is what? 0. Because you're withdrawing the full amount, full money. The balance becomes what? 0 in the account. So whether you close on the 4th or 10th or 12th or 30th or 31st December, the month in which you close the account, no interest for that particular month. Very important. Make a note of it, basically, whatever I've said up to now. So if you close the account in a particular month, no interest for that particular month. The date is irrespective of the date. But you get the money back. You get the amount back. You cannot say you are closing the account, we will not give the money to you. For example, at the end of the December, balance is 5 rupees in your account, 500 rupees. You are closing the account in the month of December. So we will not get the interest for the month of December, but we'll get the interest from Jan to November. Suppose the interest from Jan to November is 100 rupees. Find the amount given to Mr. XYZ when he's closing the account. So what is the money given to you? What's the amount given to you? The money which you have in your account, that is 500 rupees. And the interest, that is what? Rupees 100. So what is given to you is 500 plus 100. That is what? Rupees 600. So if I ask you, the amount given is rupees 600 and the balance in the account is what? 500. Find the interest. So what is the interest over here? 100 rupees. I hope the concept is very clear to you right now. The next sum which is there in front of us, let's see what is given to you. Mr. Sanjeev had a saving bank account in SBI. His passbook had the following entries. Now see the last two lines of the same sum given to you. He closed the account on 30th October. He is closing the account. That means he will not get the interest for the month of October. The date is not important, but the closing down the account is very important over here. What else? And received 3043.75 paisa. 3043.75 is the amount he has received. And see the sum very carefully. See the last balance what he has in his account. Mr. Sanjeev is having rupees 3000 in his account and is getting 3043.75. The difference is nothing but the interest which he has received. That is 3043.75 minus 3000. That is 43 rupees 0.75 paisa is the interest received by Sanjeev in this sum. See the second part of the sum. Find the rate of interest. Now to find the rate of interest, I should know the interest. That is the amount received minus the closing balance. Let's start doing the sum now. First of all, we'll find the minimum balances because you have to find the total principal. Because the formula of interest is total principal into rate into 1 upon 12. Without the total principal, I cannot do this sum. Let's start finding the total principal. That is the minimum balance of each month. For the month of Jan, the minimum balance will be rupees 500. For the month of Feb, once again it is what? Rupees 500. For the month of March, it is 400. For the month of April, it's again 400. And for the month of May, it is still 400. June, it is 1,900. July, once again, it is what? 1,700. August, 1,700. And September is rupees 3,000. You club them together, you add them, you get 10,500. That is nothing but the total principal. Now, this will be helping me to find what rate of interest. Now, see, what's the formula? Interest is equal to total principal into rate into 1 upon 12. I know the interest. That is amount received minus the last balance. That is 3043.75 minus 3000. So 43.75 is nothing but the interest. So 43.75 is equal to total principal is what? 10,500 into R upon 100 into 1 upon 12. Further simplification gives me R is equal to 43.75 into 12 upon 105. That gives me the rate of 5% per annum. So the rate in this sum is 5% per annum. Now we see the next sum. Let's see what is given in this sum. A page from Mohan's saving bank account is as follows. It's a normal page of any passbook. But see the last few lines which are given to you. If the rate of interest is 4.5% and is compounded at the end of June and December. So this bank has got the habit of giving the interest to you in the month of June and the December, twice in a year. We further read down the question what is given. What will be the interest entry at the end of June 97? Now they have asked you only the entry of interest at the end of June. So there is no need to go up to what December. Though the interest given twice in a year, but the problem says find the interest entry at the end of June. So you have to only find the interest up to the end of what? June 97. Let's start doing it. That means you have to find the minimum balances from Jan to June because the interest is asked at the end of June. Okay, we'll go for minimum balances for each month. January, it is 3,600. Feb, it is what? 2,900. March, it is 2,900. I hope you are getting it. April, it is 2,900 once again. May, it is 7,000 and June also is what? Rupees 7,000. If you add them together, we get total principal. That is rupees 26,300. So 26,300 is nothing but the total principal. Now this will be helpful to find the interest. Interest is equal to total principal into R upon 100 into 1 upon 12. That is 26,300 into 4.5 upon 100 into 1 upon 12. Further simplification gives me the answer 98.62. So rupees 98.62 is the interest which is given to Mr. Mohan at the end of June. Let's pick up our next problem, which says, calculate the interest for 6 months. No problem. From Feb to July. From February to July. That means this problem starts from the month of what? February. Okay? At 4.5% per annum on the minimum balance on or after the 10th of each month. That is the same thing. Minimum balance from the 10th to the last date. The same concept. In short, I have to first find the minimum balances from all the month. From Feb to July. Let's go and start doing the calculation and working. So the minimum balance for the month of Feb will be 9,000. You can see that. For the month of March, once again it is 9,000. And for the month of April, also it is what? Rupees 9,000. So Feb, March and April, the minimum balance is rupees 9,000 each month. For the month of May, it is 13,476. For the month of June, it is 3,476. And for the month of July, it is 15,476. If you add them together, we get a total principal. That is rupees 59,428. So 59,428 is nothing but the total principal. Rate is given to me over here, 4.5% per annum. Now very easily I can find the interest. Interest is equal to total principal into R upon 100 into 1 upon 12. By putting all the values into the formula, what I get, interest is equal to 59,428 into 4.5 upon 100 into 1 upon 12. Further down, after calculations, I get 222.86. This is nothing but the interest, which is from the month of February to what? July. The next problem gives me a passbook of Miss Aditi. Let's see what is asked in this sum. If she closes her account on the 21st August 99 and the rate is given to you 4% per annum, find the amount given to her. She is closing the account in the month of August. Will you give the interest for the month of August? No. Perfect. So the month in which you close the account, no interest for that month. But the money which she is having in the month of August, that will be given to her. That is nothing but 1470. Along with the interest which is from April to what? July. So we have to give the interest to her for the month of April, May, June and July. And the balance which she has in her account in the month of August. So let's first find the interest from April to what? July. For finding the interest, we have to find the minimum balances for each month. Let's work out the minimum balances for each month. To start with, month of April. For the month of April, the minimum balance is 1240. For the month of May, it is 1740. For the month of June, it is 1620. And for the month of July, it is 2470. When you add them together, the total is nothing but the total principal. That comes to rupees 7070. And the rate of interest is given to you, that is 4% per annum. Now find the interest first. Interest is equal to total principal into R upon 100 into 1 upon 12. That is 7070 into 4 upon 100 into 1 upon 12. That gives me 23 rupees 0.57 paisa. That is the interest. But I have to give her the amount at the end of the August. That means the balance of August plus the interest. That is 1470 plus 23.57. That is nothing but 1493.57. 1493.57 paisa is the amount which is given to Aditi on closing her account in the month of August. Now we pick up sums on recurring deposit, that is cumulative time deposit account. Let's see the sum what is given to us. Anisha deposit rupees 500 per month. In this type of sums, we have to go for a monthly deposit. That is recurring deposit account. Every month you go to the bank and deposit certain amount. That is rupees 500 per month. That is monthly installment. It's deposited for 24 months. That means Anisha is going to the bank for 24 months. So N is over here 24. Calculate the amount at a maturity. That we want to find the maturity amount. If the rate of interest is 10% per annum. Now in this type of sums, first of all, the most important thing is that the entire sum is divided into three parts. First, you have to find the total principal. Then you have to find the interest. And then the third is maturity amount. Now all these three have got their own formulas. What's the formula to find the total principal? Now total principal is equal to monthly installment in the big bracket n upon 2 for the smaller bracket n plus 1 close the small bracket and close the big bracket. I revise once again, that is monthly installment into n upon 2 inside small bracket n plus 1 and we close the big bracket. This is the way you're going to find the total principal. Now how to find the interest? The formula remains the same for that. Interest is equal to total principal into R upon 100, that is the rate, into 1 upon 12. And the last, the most important thing is the maturity amount. What will be the maturity amount given by the bank? The maturity amount is equal to monthly installment into number of months. Whatever monthly installment you have given to the bank into number of times you have gone to the bank, that is your money. You'll be getting it. Plus what? You want something more or not? That more is nothing but what? Interest. So what's the conclusion now? Maturity amount is equal to monthly installment into number of months plus interest. Now these are all the three formulas which are going to use in this sum to find the maturity amount. Let's start with the first one, finding what? Total principal, for which I should know the monthly installment and the number of months. Let's check it out. Do we know the monthly installment? Yes, it is 5 rupees. Do we know for how many months she is going to the bank? Yes, that is nothing but what? 24 months. So by using the formula of monthly installment into n upon 2 inside n plus 1 and closing the bracket and putting down the value, see what we get. 500 into 24 upon 2 in the bracket 24 plus 1. That is 500 into 12 into 25. After further simplification, I get 1,50,000. Now this 1,50,000 nothing but the total principal. Now this will help me to find the interest. Interest is equal to total principal into R upon 100 into 1 upon 12. Total principal is 1,50,000. Rate is what given to you? 10% per annum. So 1,50,000 into 10 upon 100 into 1 upon 12. That gives me rupees 1,250. So 1,250 is nothing but the interest gained by Anisha. But I want to find the maturity amount. That is monthly installment into number of months plus interest. That is 500 into 24 plus 1,250. After multiplication and addition of 1,250, I get 13,250. Now this 13,250 is the amount which Anisha has received from the bank after maturity of 2 years. We pick up a next sum, which is on a similar background of the previous one. Let's read the sum. If the monthly installment for a recurring deposit is rupees 1,500, so in this sum the monthly installment is rupees 1,500. That is MI is equal to rupees 1,500. What else given to you? For a period of 3 years. Now this is a bit tricky. 3 years. Now n is not 3 over here. We have to convert into what? Number of months. 12 months for 1 year. 3 years, 36 months. So in this sum, n is 36. That is 36 months. Find the maturity amount if the rate of interest is 8% per annum. So in this sum, we have got a rate that is what? 8% per annum. As usual, the first thing is what? Finding the total principal. That is monthly installment in the bracket n upon 2, inside the smaller bracket n plus 1, and you close the big bracket. After putting all the values inside the formula, what we get? 1500 inside the bracket 36 upon 2, inside smaller bracket 36 plus 1. Further simplification gives me 1500 into 18 into 37. Further down I get 1500 into 666. This multiplication gives me 9,99,000. This 9,99,000 is the total principal. My second step is to find the interest now. Interest is total principal into r upon 100 into 1 upon 12. By putting the values, what I get? 9,99,000 into 8 upon 100. Why 8? Because the rate is given 8%. Into 1 upon 12. Further simplification gives me 19,980 upon 3. That is nothing but 6,660 rupees. This is the interest. 6,660 rupees. The final part is what? Finding the maturity amount. Maturity amount is equal to monthly installment into number of months plus interest. That is 1,500 into 36 plus 6,660 rupees. That is 54,000 plus 6,660 rupees, which further gives me 60,660. Now 60,660 is nothing but the maturity amount. This was required in the question to be found out, and we have done so.